Those who dwell in the shelter of the Most High abide in the shadow of the Almighty. On this Sunday, when we honor the saints who have gone before us, we recognize both the timely deaths and the untimely deaths. We have experienced beautiful, peaceful deaths, as well as harsh circumstances of the tragedy that took lives and shook our city. In this beautiful city, on this colorful fall morning, overlooking our hills and valleys, rivers and bridges, and a fountain in the middle of it all, we are so aware of the need for comfort and peace in our lives. We notice in our midst layers of loss and grief, coexistence of love and resistance to love, hatred poking its ugly head, shocking us, robbing us and insulting us. Yet we see the grace that lead us to this sanctuary today, to hear the words of Jesus at the tomb of Lazarus, asking us once again, "Then I'll tell you that if you would believe the glory of God." We continue to pray for our Jewish neighbors in the Squirrel neighborhood, comforting one another, engaging in loving and sharing of food and resources to sustain and build a broken community. God, restore us as a people all around the world in the midst of war and unrest. In some of our city neighborhoods, we are so accustomed to hearing gunfires day and night. People are so overwhelmed as they face darkness and powers of evil. Free us, we pray, from the grips of powerlessness and helplessness. Unbind us, we pray, from the tangled webs of dysfunction and negativity. Bless us, we pray, with clarity, sensibility, and objectivity. May we be brave enough to see the truth and honor it, regardless of our political affiliation and party loyalties. We pray at this time for our church and all our programs that build our faith and our spiritual aspirations. We pray for our music ministry, our food pantry, our wish to let the cold weather shelter to start in our basement in 11 days. May we be a beacon of light in this grieving city, bringing in light and love of God. We pray for our children who are hearing about the racial hate and anti-Semitism for the first time. Children who ask why a man wants to get rid of a certain group of people. May we model for our children acceptance, respect, and compassion. May we show the divine light in us to outshine the darkness and hate, discrimination, and apathy. Hear our prayers for all who are recovering in hospitals and homes, all those who are affected by this week's mass shooting in our city, as well as in Florida and Kentucky. We remember people who are on our prayer list, including Sophia, Tess and Tim, Marilyn, Linda, Amy, Pat, Betty, Bill, and Drake. We pray for each of us gathered here who are experiencing personal grief on this All Saints' Day. Family of yours stood. We raise our personal prayers and hopes for a bright future as we prepare ourselves for this Holy Communion and and recognize at this time our weaknesses and shortcomings, sins and sinfulness. Let us sit in silence recognizing our prayers. Friends, believe the good news in the gospel. In Christ Jesus, you are forgiven. Let us at this time say in unison the prayer of our Savior. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power,